Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing Tea with Nan. Today I've got my rainbow cup. It's called Chasing Rainbows and it's got something nice written at the bottom for when I finish. It's lovely, isn't it? Nice and colourful. Happy Monday to everybody. Today's going to be a bit unusual for me because I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about, but it was obvious as from yesterday what I have to talk about. So it's about COVID. So if anyone's on here, I'd like to talk to you about COVID. So I'm waiting for a couple of people to show up, and if not, obviously you can watch this again and pick up some tools on how to help yourself if you have it. So yesterday, despite how careful I am for the past 2 years, yesterday afternoon, Sunday, I ended up having a positive result for COVID. So yes, I've got COVID and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Oh, Andy, hi. And so have you, I know. Okay, so nice to see you on here. Yes, okay, at least I know that somebody's watching and I can help them, hopefully. So, oh, hi, Jim. Oh, that's nice to see you, my dear cousin. I haven't seen you for ages. Well, you've joined me at an interesting time because I was just saying that I got a positive result for COVID yesterday, and yes, it's very flu-like and it's very like cold as well, but you know, there's lots of things we can do to help ourselves. So I thought I'd come on here and help you with what I'm helping myself with, which might be good. Hi Kathy, nice to see you, darling. And I thought, well, I like our Monday chats and I'd only be sitting in there sort of doing something else, wouldn't I? So I thought, okay, no, basically I love being focused on helping everyone else that's got, suffering COVID or anything else they're suffering. So, okay, so what I've done is, of course, I use my own tools, don't I? My own emotional tools. So when I discovered I had it yesterday, despite all the carefulness, I've always been careful the past 2 years. Oh, hi Irene. If you've just joined, darling, and Mand, hi Mand. I know that some of you on here have had COVID and or are suffering it now, and it is rife, isn't it? You know, despite our efforts of being really careful, it is rife. So when I got my positive result yesterday, I thought, okay, there's always a reason why everything happens. And I thought, well, I'll use all my tools. Hi, Sarah. Oh, thank you, darling. She says, hi, Nancy, glad you're looking well. Well, that's a choice, isn't it? Oh, and Andy says you're looking better than I'm feeling. Now, that's something I'm telling myself. I'm telling myself that. Despite what you're feeling. Hi, Faye. Lovely to see you. Big heart to you. Oh, lots of love. So, yeah, I neglected a gut feeling not to go somewhere. And that was one of my gifts, I think. Hi, Leanne. Oh, thank you, darling. Leanne says I'm looking beautiful. That's very good. Well, in case you missed that, I've got COVID. Just got it. Yeah, I got positive result yesterday. So I'm not doing badly if I'm looking good, right? And I have had the same symptoms as many others. So it's just about grabbing that opportunity to change it with something of a mindful intention. Okay, that's what we've got to do. And I was awake a lot of the night actually, but I thought I'll make a cup of tea and I'll do a bit more of my exercises. And I'm talking about my emotional ones. And they do help. They really do help. So I thought, okay, what can I use first? So I decided to use Dear Body, which was one of my favorites. And I use it if I've ever got any issue with anything going on, or, you know, there's lots of viruses and things going around and I want to make sure I can keep my body well. I just used Dear Body, which was number 15 in the red section on the Chakra Man. If you go onto my website, hi love, hope all is well. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, I'm doing all right, darling. I'm doing really well. There's lots of good things can come from something, and I'm going to share that with you in a moment. So if you've got it, or you're frightened of getting it, or you know someone else that's got it, please share these tools that I've got because they really help, okay? Right, this Chakra Man here, okay, if you go onto my website, which is www.nancyfinch.co.uk, there's a little man here that you can just push on one of these colours, okay? Andy, my sweetie, has just organised it for me, and so I don't do websites, he does for me. So he basically organised all the colours. So it meant that if I say to you, go to talk number whatever, and it's in the red section, you just push on that, and you will get those red ones come up. So that's how you use it. So, okay, Dear Body is in the red section. And in it, you kind of say to yourself, dear, my body and I are best friends and we work well together. emphasizing the word well. And then you give it instruction. Dear body, I want you to. Okay? Christina, love the orange, Nancy. Yes, it's kind of orangey red, isn't it? I wanted it to be a really vibrant colour today. And I needed that for lots of reasons, obviously, to boost the chakras. So, okay, dear body. So what did I do? First of all, I had a very high temperature yesterday, okay? So I decided, okay, I'm going to bring that right down to 36 again. So I instructed my body, you have to say the mantra first, and then you say, I want you to. So I instructed it to go from that number to this number 36. So, and I wanted it by a certain time. Thank you very much. So you're kind of expecting to be a team with your body, which is what you need to be. So that's what I did. And very quickly, within an hour or so, it returned to normal. Now, your mind is a very powerful thing. And despite all the things we think we're a victim to, our bodies suffer in certain areas. We think, oh, we've got to suffer this condition or that. Hi, Barry. You don't actually realise how powerful that mind is. That you can really, help yourself by setting a strong intention and leaving it in your subconscious to create, which is what I did. So, dear body, okay, so I did it for temperature. I did it for head. Oh my goodness, the headache was terrible. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get rid of this headache. So I'm going to imagine, dear body, I want you to imagine this headache is gone. I want it done by, and I gave it a set time. I can't remember what it was. It was in the middle of the night. So I did that and I fell asleep, no problem. And it didn't, I woke up in the morning, I was fine, okay? So you can do it for sleep, you can do it for energy if you've got COVID, if you need more energy and you can't move around, you can just instruct it for those things. But what I did do straight away was, dear body, I want you to boost my life force energy, that's down here, as your main battery that fixes you and keeps you well. And I want you to sort my immune system out, which meant I want it open and flourishing, okay? I wanted it to be really powerful immune system. That's what I ordered. And I wanted it done by a certain time. Thank you very much. And if you listen to that talk, you'll see why you have to be so firm about it, but grateful too to your body, okay? So you just order those things that you wanted those, I wanted the immune system boost and my life force energy. And what will happen there is that my subconscious takes that instruction and my body normally does what I say, what I ask it to do. So without thinking about it, it's a way of detaching, you see. You just tell your body that's what you want because now you're a team with it. And if you say you're friends with it, then that really does set you up for some kind of success or some positive outcome from whatever you're doing, okay? So whatever you're asking it to do. So that was a really nice one to do. And I've done that several times actually, but I mean, once is good enough. But if you find something else needs fixing or you need more of this or that physically, just do dear body, okay? The next one I did was moving mantras, and I found myself doing that when I was making a cup of tea at 5 o'clock this morning. And moving mantras is a sound or a movement or an action to a mantra. It's like, it's on number 5, by the way, and it's in the blue section. The dear body's number 15 in the red, sorry if I didn't mention it. So, okay, number 5, moving mantras. I am better, all is well, or I am well. It's up to you. I mean, it's up to you. You can make it your own up to suit you, but as long as it goes with an action, or it goes with a rhythm when you're saying it, you're kind of fixing it. If you do it a few times, you're fixing it in your subconscious, like a song. And your brain is listening. Okay, so if you want to go to that one, you'll understand why that's a very good one to use. You could do it when you're moving around the house or when you're making a cup of tea or, just wherever. If you're at home with COVID, there's no excuses. You can look up all these talks that I'm going to give you. I think I've got seven talks for you today that will help you with COVID or any other thing you've got that you're not happy with physically. Okay, so where are we? Yes. Next one we've got is cross it out, number 9, and that's in the red section. Now, if my inner child starts to get a bit, that feeling isn't very familiar to me, and I've never had this experience, which I haven't, of course, and if I sort of panicked a little bit thinking, this could get worse, right? And you can do that in the middle of the night. Your inner child could go, I don't like this feeling. What am I going to do? Am I helpless? That can happen. So just in case, you just have to think, no, I'm not having that. Now, this is called cross it out, as I said, number 9 in the red. And what you do is you think of whatever that worry was. So supposing, I don't know, you might be thinking, I I can't breathe, perhaps I'll get worse or something, you know. I know a lot of people struggle with their breathing when they have COVID. So if you're feeling that or something similar, cross it out. If you want to look into it, go into the talk, okay, half an hour of me chatting. Then look at the opposite of that. The opposite for 17 seconds and plus. Think, yes, I'm having that. And that is how you're going to basically change your mind from that to that. It's a very simple visual thing that stops you from worrying. And that's what you need to do. You need to stop worrying about it, because worry takes down your base chakra energy. And we don't need that if we're ill, do we? No. So we've got to keep that up, and being mindful is the way to do it, okay? So cross it out. If that thought comes into your mind, oh, I hope it doesn't get worse, or this is bad, or I hope so-and-so doesn't get this from me, cross it out, okay? Think of the opposite for 17 seconds. And there is a story to that, but if you want to go on to the talk, it explains more. So what have we got next? One of my favourites, think as you drink. Now, don't forget, guys, I've been doing everything I'm talking about on here, on this list. I've been doing all of that since yesterday. And I do feel a lot better, okay? And I feel in control of a lot of feelings, and I feel more energy. And I'm sure my energy is working well for me in those areas, because I've opened chakras as well. I'll come to that in a minute. So, but what I really want you to use, especially if you have got COVID, or if you know someone else that's got it, please share this with them, because this will help. Obviously, you've got to drink more water. And everyone knows I put little labels on my bottles of water. But you don't even need a label. You can have just thinking it. This is called Think As You Drink, number 30 in the blue section. So think as you drink. Well, just as you drink that water, this is quite a nice bottle, isn't it? It's got loads of crystals in it. So think as you drink, you could think good health and well-being. And if you just think that, even if you're feeling rubbish, even if you're feeling absolutely terrible, by saying that to your mind, you're telling yourself as you're drinking, you're thinking good health and happiness, or good health and well-being. Whatever you choose, really. It depends. I've gotten to such a habit now that if I have a drink in the night, if I go to get some water, I automatically think of something positive to drink. And that's something really good to do, okay? So it's something you can be in charge of, because it's like taking a pill, really. You're actually taking the water with instruction, okay? And it's a very nice one. I've seen it independently work for so many different things. So if you could try that, see how you get on with that, because you need to drink loads of water. And so think as you drink. You know, your mind is listening, and it's a huge amount of subconscious. Why not use it? It believes you, okay? So think as you drink is a good one. Good health and well-being, or whatever you want to put on it, okay? Good. Then we've got how to stay grounded. Now I haven't done this one yet. I'm going to go and do it this afternoon. I'm going to do it after this, because I made myself a lovely big lunch, and you know, I thought I'm going to treat myself to lots of things. And I'm going to go out there in the garden, and I'm going to do this one, how to stay grounded, which is number 25 in the green section. It's where you go outside with no shoes on, okay? I'm going to go and do that after this. And you release all the imbalance or tension or worry or anything else, physical, emotional, out of your body as you breathe out, down. And you imagine, well, your feet have got chakras, you see. And as you release it into the ground, you're kind of mindfully taking it down your body and into the ground, okay? Then you're going to breathe in new energy and bring that energy up into your body to repair you, okay? You can imagine it's silvery light or something, you know? But as long as you're mindful, you're actually doing that. I've done it many years ago, and there's a few stories, as I say, on that particular talk. But it does work. So it speeds up recovery. It feeds you new energy. The earth has got lovely energy that can heal you. And if you take your shoes off and go out in the garden or anywhere, sand, as long as it's not on concrete, you need to be connected to the earth, okay? And you breathe that condition out, or the inflammation out, or however you're feeling. And then you breathe in new energy, okay? That's what you do. That's what I'm going to do. You haven't got to do it very long, but it will work. It certainly will have a benefit, put it that way, okay? Not everybody gets on with all my tools, but have it a go, give it a go. Hi, David, lovely to see you. I hope you can pass this on to your friends and family, or anyone that's got COVID. This seems to be almost every other person at the moment, because that will help them as it's helping me, which would be really good. I mean, I only got that positive result yesterday. I'm already feeling much better, okay? So what's the next one? Now this is a really good fun one. And straight away, to give myself a feeling of understanding of why I got it and how to cope with it. Oh, hello, lovely. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's nice, John. Nice to see you, darling. And nice to see the other John as well. Got a few fellows on here today. Thank you for joining us. So, Pollyanna. Okay, now people will know me. People that know me know I love the Pollyanna exercise that I made up. It's number 12 in the B section, and it's about finding 5 things, positive things, from a negative. Okay, so yesterday got tested positive, got coronavirus. Okay, what could I do? I could do the other stuff, yes, but I need to give myself a different view on how I see it. So, first one is, oh, okay, I'll have antibodies after that. That would be great, wouldn't it? So I'm going to have antibodies for 6 months or so, right? Great. And the second one, because there's always 5, I like to choose 5. Second one is I will know how others feel. When other people say they've got it, we all say, oh, that must feel terrible, or that must feel whatever. But unless you have it yourself, you really don't know, do you? So I can honestly say I know how others feel, and all the little symptoms they get. Yeah, I've got them. It's fine. I'm working on that. Well, my body is, my dear body exercises. So I will know how they feel, and I can support them, can't I? I wouldn't be here talking about it right now if it wasn't for me having it, right? Good. The third one I've got is I get a chance to use all my tools. I use them anyway, but when it comes to something as serious as a physical condition, you really want to make sure that you have as many as you can to inspire other people. And these are just a few that I know work for me. So I can give a chance, I can help other people by having this myself, okay? And so I'm always a very positive person anyway, as everyone knows, and I always will find some positive out of negative. So I get a chance to use my tools. Oh, and another thing, no more fear about getting it. So, okay, next week I'll be fine. I'll be having this weight. We all carry this, you know. We wear our masks and we're very careful and, you know, but we won't. If we have it, then for a while you can think, oh, well, at least I know I can't get it again for a while. So there's no more fear of getting it, no more pressure with that, okay? And another one, the number 5, is I will appreciate being completely well again, won't I? And I will value my body even more. I will value my well-being even more because of what I've had. Great. So there's 5 good things that change the way you look at things. So therefore, you still keep your emotional balloon high when you need to keep it high to get well, right? If you're feeling in any way worried or burdened or sad or sorry for ourselves, which we all can, of course we can, we've all done it. But if we're feeling those things, what are we going to have? We're going to have a feeling of being powerless, and we're going to bring down our emotional and physical energy. And you don't need it, especially if you're worried that you've got it or you might get it or you're suffering it now, okay? Cool. So they stay open, those chakras. I also wrote down a couple of extra ones, actually, because you go through stages when you've got COVID, and so you might have got through the first stage and all, you know, the flu-like symptoms. And a lot of people complain about the heaviness on their chest. And that can be quite scary if you've never had it, okay? So I had that today, and I was thinking, okay, I want you to still your waters. Now, that's a really nice tool, okay? That's in number 21 on my website, and it's on the indigo area. So still your waters is imagining that everything's a bit turbulent here with water. And you're going to take your energy down with your hands, with a breath, and you're going to still your waters. You're just going to calm the water. Well, what you're actually doing is calming your central nervous system and making yourself feel in control. And then you imagine you're looking into the mill pond that you've created, and you can see a clear reflection. And that's where you can support yourself, okay? So, but that just keeps you in a really calm place. So if you're doing that, you can imagine you're taking a nice deep breath and you're breathing calm, okay? That will help you if your chest feels tight. Because if you're taking a slow, deep breath, you're taking the pressure off. And you're focusing on something else that you want rather than what you don't want, okay? Which is another good thing to do, okay? And just to add to this, of course, as I was writing this out, there was more things I was thinking of that I thought, oh, I'll do that later and I'll do that. A gratitude list. Now, people know I put thought for the day on my Facebook page, and today it was about being grateful, you know, for what we take for granted, okay? But if we had a gratitude list, then that automatically boosts your immune system. It always does it. So if you were to get a book or a list or even say it out loud, Well, okay, you might have COVID or you might have something else, okay? But what else have you got that is good? Okay, you've got your eyesight, you've got your hearing, you might have got over the worst part of it. What are you grateful for? You might be grateful for the food you have, or the friends you have, or the strength you have, anything. Write a gratitude list or say it out loud, because that's where your real power is. If you can find the gratitude around you, you're not going to be focused on what you don't like, are you? You're not going to be a victim to it. You're going to be building this immune system that's going to help you get better quicker. Okay, I would do that every day. I'm going to anyway, but I am always grateful, and I think it's good to be mindful of that and just do a little bit more if you're not feeling well, because that will definitely help this area. Okay, so that was the other thing. And of course, wearing the colour red or green, especially red. I mean, this is the closest I had to it today because I really like this jumper, but reddy orange. But yes, that colour would help boost by its energy that chakra energy. Okay, so that's a good thing to do as well. So if you wanted to. And another thing, I wrote myself a little note. Yeah, chakras. Okay, number 1 talk. I added this right at the last minute. Number 1 talk shows you how to open each one of those up. Now, I know I keep going on about the immune system and the life force energy, but if I can show you, if you go to that talk number 1, it is a bit funny actually, because it's my very first one, but if you go to it, it shows you how to link, how to get your hands and move the energy from your little chakras, connect it to your main chakras and stretch it so that you can open it so it opens and balances. And once you've done that, your mind is instructing it, and guess what? It does it. And it's invisible, so you can't see, but you may suddenly feel much better, and it can't hurt you to do. So if you have a look at that, you'll see why that is also important. And of course, I've done mine today. I've done mine before I got on here. So you go from the base up, you hook in, and you pull, open and balance. Do it a couple of times so that you've really had a chance to have that effect, okay? So there we go. That's what we've got so far. My fringe is annoying me today. So that's what we've got so far. We've got Dear Body. As I say, you can get away, you know, you can instruct it for certain conditions you're feeling if you've got coronavirus, okay? Moving mantras, crossed it out, think as you drink, how to stay grounded, which I'm going to go and do in a minute, and Pollyanna, finding the positives out of the negatives, so important. We can do this. And of course, still your waters if you're finding your chest is really heavy, and do a gratitude list. So I might incorporate 2 of those together. I might do a gratitude list while I'm out in the garden in a minute. See? So you can do that. It's not difficult. And if you're at home isolating, of course, there's your opportunity. And if you can't get outside, right, and you're indoors, and you really can't go out, then, oh, Faye, I'm sorry I got interrupted by a beautiful compliment. Thank you, Faye. Don't think I've told you lately how brilliant you are. Oh, Faye, you're adorable. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you. And so are you. So, it's really kind of you. But yeah, making the best of what you have. Being positive, keeping your emotional balloon high, being grateful. I will do gratitude lists when I'm standing outside releasing. I will also do a gratitude list, which is really cool. Thank you for the hearts. So I hope I've been able to help you. Try all of the tools. Why not? Oh, you are amazing. Big hugs. Thank you, Irene. Oh, it's so kind of you. I feel very supported and I feel very loved, as I do you. Okay, thank you very much, all of you. So please share this. And if you're watching, I'm going to put it on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe and share. Because how many people do we know that have this, that really need a bit of a boost right now? And they need to, as I say, keep their emotional balloon high. The Pollyanna's good at that, and so is the gratitude list. So that's good. That's really nice of you all to join me and to say such lovely things. I shall be back next week at 12 o'clock, but I don't know what I'll be talking about. Something else, something more. I didn't know I was going to be talking about COVID today, and I tried to avoid the subject up to now because I thought everyone's got it in their face as such. But when you've got it, there's nothing else you can do but embrace it, right? And if you embrace it, you kind of feel like you're in control, and that's a good feeling. Okay, and as I say, it keeps your emotional balloon high. So I shall see you all next week. As I say, please share this. Thank you for all your lovely comments and your support. And I shall look forward to seeing you next week for another Tea with Nan. Get your favourite cup out. Mine's a rainbows today. Thank you very much, guys. And I shall see you next week. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. Lots of love. Bye.